is part 2 to my Q&A of a TummyTuck and revision and whatnot. So as I explained in my first video, I wanted to make a Q&A video for any questions you guys have. I get asked a lot of questions all the time on Instagram, but sometimes it's hard to get back to everyone depending on the day and when I have incoming stuff and whatever else. So I wanted to do a specific video on this, and yeah, I got a bunch of questions on Instagram and now I'm answering them. I answered all the questions about the original TummyTuck surgery itself, how I afforded it, the recovery time, all that jazz. I will link that video here so you can check out the part 1 of this. So now I'm going to get into the revision talk and then just overall. Why did I have the revision? So I will post that video or link that video here if you want a more in-depth whatever. But what happened was that it was just my body, how my body healed. I was swollen after my TummyTuck for 6 months. My swelling never went down. At 6 months, I started taking turmeric, which is like a pill you can buy at Walmart, and my swelling started going down. But because I was swollen for so long, my skin had re-stretched out and my body hates me and I was left with loose skin again. So I went to see my surgeon. He's a perfectionist and wanted to get that fixed. And yeah, so that's why I went in to have the revision done. He didn't, instead of hip to hip, it was just a C-section area that he cut me, and he took out I think he said 2 inches, and he kind of just pinched, and that was it. I know that someone will ask on this video. My revision on my surgeon's part was free, but I had to pay for the anesthesia again and the surgical center again, and so that's why I answered that part in my other video. But I asked someone asked how I funded it, and I mentioned how I funded my revision, and that's where the money came from that. My surgeon was free on his part, but there was money for everything else. Was the revision more painful with lipo? Is that normal or something like that? I don't know. I wrote it down weird. Anyway, yes, the revision was so much more painful than the original as far as the recovery time. The initial waking up wasn't even as bad. And it wasn't as long, of course. Just while I was recovering, so painful. I posted pictures on my Instagram. I was a lot more bruised, everything. The way my surgeon did it, though, is that he didn't do lipo with the initial TummyTuck. He was going in anyways to do lipo later down the road just because it was better with healing time, which I'm glad he did that. I couldn't even imagine being as swollen I was from the initial TummyTuck and having a hard time healing and then having the lipo on top of that. I couldn't even imagine. That's how he does the surgery. He does the lipo later. And where I had the revision done, we were already going in to do that anyway, and so we did the revision with the lipo. Okay? So yes, it's a lot more painful just because of the lipo. The lipo itself was why it was so much more painful. It was every little move. I was internally, externally bruised everywhere, and every little move hurt really bad. And then someone asked how long was recovery. If I remember right, I think it was a week that I was in that excruciating pain, and it took a good 2 weeks until I was feeling good. So then I have 3 overall questions with my TummyTuck, just overall. So someone asked, am I happy with my TummyTuck? Yes. So happy. I'm not gonna cry. Even if I ever was swollen still or distorted in some sort of way, I've seen some bad TummyTucks, even if I was, so much better than having that awkward flap of skin. I don't know, unless you've been through it, you can't understand it, but it's just the most painful, awkward thing ever. And working out, and as I explained in a lot of my videos, it's bad. So yes, I am very happy with it. I am extremely happy that I went through with the revision. After my revision, I am so much more happy with my surgery. I will admit, before my revision, I was feeling just frumpy and big and swollen and not defined, and I was feeling kind of down about it. I spent a lot of money and that I should have had better results. Like I said, I still would have been happy even if it stayed that way because it is so much better than the flap. But the only thing that made me sad was that I was like, I paid all that money. It should be like perfection. And that is the only like negative thing that I felt. But then after the revision, it was just like amazing. Everything is amazing. I feel amazing. I'm still a little bit swollen, but I don't even care. I'm only swollen around that new incision. It'll go away. Even if it never goes away, I don't even care. Everything's just amazing. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. Was it worth it? Yes. It is such a long process. I had to go through the revision, which was kind of like doing it all over again, essentially. And so long, so intense, but so worth it. So worth it. And then someone asked if I have any regrets. Like I said, none. No regrets. Before the revision, I kind of had slight regrets. Not really regrets, though. Like, I wouldn't have taken the surgery back. Even being a little bit disappointed with my surgery, I still would have gone through it knowing what I know now. Even if I never had the revision, I still would have done it. It is better than that disgusting flap of skin. Even if I didn't have the abdominal repair done, even if it was just simply cutting off that flap of skin, it'd be amazing. I don't even know. So that was like the plus side to the tummy tuck. I had the abdominal repair because with pregnancy I had such a bad abdominal separation that there was no shape. Like, I'll put the picture. But I seriously was just round. And then I had these little skinny chicken legs. Like, I had no shape. After I had the tummy tuck done, I had to change my bra size because I was down a band size. After my surgery, my waist was almost 2 inches smaller. That is how bad my separation was. That wasn't all fat. Like, he didn't lipo me. He didn't lipo the initial tummy tuck, but I was 2 inches smaller in my waist just because of bringing in those muscles. That's how bad it was. That was just a huge plus. That's why the surgery costs so much, because it's so much more than just removal of skin. They do mini tummy tucks. If you don't need all the abdominal repair, they do have a surgery that is just strictly bringing in all the skin and smoothing you out. So that is an option if you don't want to go the full tummy tuck route. And yeah, that is all of my questions. Anyway, so yeah, I hope these videos helped you guys. This was part 2 and the end of my Q&As. I will do more in the future. If you are interested, if you do want to see more in the future, let me know. And I will be sure to do a post asking questions. I'll show you guys my tummy really quick, just if you're interested, I guess. And then, yeah. So that's my tummy. So that is all the links to my social media are in the description of this video. Make sure you go follow my Instagram. That is where I post the most. And follow me at Christa Cox 3 on Instagram and Twitter and Vine. Everything's pretty much the same. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope these videos helped you. And yeah, bye.